looking at IoT, we've been talking about the kind of data that generates. Using AI modeling, Pablo, we can potentially use that information to predict part needs and therefore load on supply chain. So what kind of things are we going to see there?
Well, basically, it's a little bit of what we talked about before. In a way, when we're talking about things like, predictive maintenance, when we're talking about things about the possibility of collecting massive amount of data of the way that people are using, especially large appliances, the possibilities for manufacturers to predict the needs of components, the needs of parts for doing those maintenance is fantastic, because in that way, they know that in certain area, for example, they need to change a component on a fridge or the washing machine. The washing machine is very clear because it has a lot of moving parts. So it's very critical to keep track of what the machine is doing. So when you aggregate all that data and you start using technologies like machine learning, then you can predict that in certain areas you're going to need to change certain things. And then it helps a little bit of what just Quinn said. And basically, you can organize the repair crews, which are not going to repair anything, but are going is actually prevent that those machines are going to fail. So they're going to change components that they are about to fail. So, and that helps the manufacturers as well to do in their procurement process, basically asking the manufacturers of those components or their factories to produce certain amount of products on specific components and specific parts that they're going to need for performing all that maintenance. At the same time, it helps in the design process, because they, based on all the information that they have, they know that maybe something is not working very well. Maybe they discover that they have to be changing a part, 1 year after sale instead of 5 years that it was supposed to be. So when they are doing the next generation or just the model B of this new appliance, they already know that they have to build that with a different part or with a different system working in a small different way. And that actually helps as well in their procurement process and in their manufacturing and design process. So everything together, it helps into the supply chain. At the same time, maybe right now we have technologies for local production like 3D printing, which is really coming right now as a very big thing. For example, for small parts that you don't need to order that from the other side of the world. But if you have the information, then you can know what you need, when you're going to need it, and when you are going to need to replace it or design a new product about it.